Hello friends, welcome back. And in this video, we are going to see the problem uh, roads uh, and in Sheffland. In Sheffland. So, what it actually says is that okay, we need to build some roads so that I can move from one place to another, and it is like a tree, and the roads are made so that to obtain the minimum cost. And how we find the cost? Suppose if a road which is from node I, it is attached to the node J, so the cost of the road, this is I and J. So I will be having n nodes. Okay, n nodes, and I have to basically attach these nodes, or basically arrange these nodes and make a like road structure, so that the final cost which is obtained, it is minimized. It is minimized. Minimized. So let's see one example, and after that I will show you like how to approach this problem. Because as you can see that first of all, the t, it is less than equal to 2 into 10 raised to power 5, and n, which is less than equal to 10 raised to power 9. So the constraints are pretty large. So the basic first thing which we can understand is that I can at max use log n, because the final complexity will be t into log n. So I can use at max log n. So yeah, it is the first thing which I can say. And let's first of all take the example. This. So let's expand this. Yeah, now it is pretty cool. So yeah, first of all I will take the example which is 2 number of cases, then first is 3 and 5. So I will be having 3 nodes, and I have to arrange these nodes, the road structure like thing, so that I can get minimum cost. So what I will do, first of all I had 1. Okay, then I need to attach it with some node. Let's say they showed you that it will attach by 3, and the 3 node it will attach by basically 2. So here the cost, as you can see, the representation of this is 0 0 1, it will be 0 1 1, it will be 0 1 0. So if I AND it, so you can see clearly that it will become 0. So it will only help us to obtain the answer. So the cost of this will be 1. Here similarly the cost here will be only this will be ANDed, so the cost will be 2. Now okay, so the final cost which is the minimum cost, it will be 1 plus 2, which is 3. So as you can see that the answer was 3 here. Yeah, as you can see. Okay, so let me basically use this. So it's not working. Okay, so next the example which is 5. So see, already I have made a structure from 1 2 3. So I think that I don't need to make another structure, because see, the first thing it is that for 1 2 and 3 I arrange like this, and it is a minimum cost which is obtained for this 3 nodes. So if I want to add 4 and 5, because for n equal to 5 it means I need to add 1 2 3 4 and 5. So for n equal to 5, which means I need to add nodes 4 and 5 here also. So yeah, now I will think. So if you clearly see that you will do AND, so AND of 2 numbers, it will be minimum when the bit, the rightmost bit is like you say the rightmost bit is minimum, or you can say that if I have a 1 here, okay, if I have 1 which can be represented as 0 0 1, so I will choose a number to attach with it which are 3 5 7. Now you will say, Aaron, why? See, because it will be represented as 0 1 1. Okay, it will be represented as 1 0 1, it will be represented as 1 1 1. So see, it is 0, and ultimately I will AND it I will AND 1 3, I will AND 1 5, I will AND 1 7. So ultimately I will AND these, and after ANDing only one will remain. So ultimately I will obtain the minimum cost. So it is for sure that if I had this, so see, understanding how I will attach it, why I am making my mind to attach the node with the node, so that the rightmost bit which is set in both of them is as minimum as possible, the result is as minimum as possible. So for 1 I will opt to attach it with the nodes, like for 3 I will attach it with the nodes that it has, see, it has a rightmost bit which is 1. So I will attach it with the node which has only one bit which is rightmost set bit, which is here 1 only. So if I will attach 1 with 3, 1 with 5, 1 with 7, 1 with 9, the cost will always be, here it is 1, here it is 1, here it is 1, here it is 1. So it is the minimum cost which we will obtain. No, yeah, and see, we will have further examples for more clarity. So let's take example. Let's see. If I have a node 2, basically, okay, so if I have a node 2, so it will be represented as 0 1 0. So see, any node which I attach with the node 2, the minimum cost I want is 2, because see, now Aryan, now you will say, Aryan, what about if I do something like this, like if I had 2 and I will attach it with 1, like it will be 0 1 and it will be 1 1, so it will be 1 0, so and will be 0. So yeah, it is not allowed. Now actually it is not allowed because it is stated in the question that the minimum cost between the path should not be 0, it should be something. So basically I don't want this thing. So now if we are back here, so if I have 2, so it can be represented as 0 1 0. So I will attach the nodes which will first of all basically start from the first bit which is set in the this number which I'm going to attach with 2. The first bit, it should be set at the place where 1 is set, and next I can add numbers. So basically I can add number here, which is, now you can see it is 6, so I can attach 6 with it. Okay, now what other number or what other numbers I can attach? If I place 1 here, which is important, and then I will place another number, suppose 1 here, so basically what it will become, it will become 8 plus 2 10. So as you can clearly see, if I do AND with these 2 and 10, then the minimum cost between the path, it will be 2 only. Understanding? So it is intuited that when I will attach a node, okay, so let's take this example. So for 1 I attach it with 3, as I showed you why. Now for 3 I attach it with something. Now I will show you how I attach it with. So basically, if you say that Aryan, okay, so you say that for 2 you will attach 6, you will attach 10, you will attach 14, the numbers, these numbers, but so you will start with 1 always. Okay, so you can attach 3 with 1, 5 with 1, 7 with 1, 9 with 1, but Aryan, for which number you will attach this 2? Okay, so I will say, yeah, you are right. So for which number I will attach with 2? So I will attach a number called, basically suppose I have 2 represented as 1 0. Okay, you can say 0 1 0. Now for 3, if I see the next number, it will be 0 1 1. So if I opt for, because see, if I opt for a number which is less than 2, it is 1, then it will be 0 0 1. So the AND of 1 and 2 will be 0, which is not allowed. So I can't opt for 1, it is wrong. But if I opt for 3, then it will be 0 1 1. So the AND will be basically 0 1 0, which is 2. So it is a minimum possible, because if I attach something with it, if I attach 2 with it, then the minimum cost which I can obtain is 2 basically. So it is for sure that to attach a number which is the power of 2, I need a number 1 more than it. Okay, I need a number 1 more than it. So to attach with 2 I need 3, to attach for 4 I need 5, to attach for to attach for 8 I need 9, to attach for 16 I need 17. So it is the first thing which is intuited to you. Okay, now you can clearly see that to attach 2 I will attach it with 3, to attach 3 I needed 1. Okay, now you will say, Aryan, it is very cool that I attach 1. So in the last example, you clearly saw that let's take another marker, let's take this one. Yeah, so we had 5. So I attach 1 with 3, I attach 3 with 2, I attached 1 with 5, and to attach 4, what I need 5. So I attach 4 with 5. Now let's make it broader, let's make it more broader. So as I clearly showed that I attach 1 with 3 and 3 with 2, I attached 1 with 5 and 5 with 4. Now to have 6, basically it is 0 0 1, it is 0 1 1, it is 0 1 0, it is 1 0 0, it is 1 0 1. So 6, it is 1 1 0. So the minimum, as you can see, that the least bit which is set is the first bit. So I will attach it with 2. So I will attach it with 2, which is 6. Now I have the next number which is 7. So oh yeah, 1 1 and 0. So for this it will be 1 1 and 1. So I will attach it with, as you can see, the first bit which is set. So I will attach it with 1. So 1 is attached with 7, which is 1 1 1. And for 8 it is 1 0 0 0. So as I clearly said that the numbers which are power of 2, I will attach it with the number just more than it. So I will check for 9, which is 1 0 0 1. So I will attach it with 1, and I will attach 8 with this 9. So now I can surely say that the thing which I showed you, how to attach a number to a particular number, it is clear to you. So now let's take one example, that how to think over it, how to solve it basically. So for 1 I will attach it with 3, and I will attach it with 5, okay, 7 9 and so on. So as you can clearly see that if I attach a particular number 1 to 5 to 3 5 7 9 11, so what is the cost of attaching it? It is 1 only, as I showed you in the last, because we AND it, so it is 1 only. So the cost here is 1. Okay, now so I will show you. Yeah, so 1 for this, 1 for this, 1 for this, 1 for this, 1 for this. So actually if I have a number n, which is the largest number, okay, for which I need to find the answer, I will check how many number of these numbers are. Okay, for if I am able to find out how many number of these numbers are, then I will multiply 1 into it, so that I can obtain the cost for this sequence. Because see, the minimum cost for this is 1, so I will add answer 1 plus 1 for the 1 5 plus 1 for the 1 7, 1 for the 1 9, 1 for the 1 11, which is 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3 4 5, which is the number of numbers after 1. So the first thing which strikes my mind is that actually, let's take another example also. For example, if I want to attach something with 2, now How will I attach it? I will attach 2 to like 6, 10, 14, 18 and so on. So here the cost is, as you can see here, the cost is 2. Here the cost is 2 because basically I'm adding it. Here the cost is 2. Here the cost is 2. So basically here the cost is 2. So how I will obtain my answer? I will obtain my answer by multiplying this cost thing into number of these numbers, which are 4. So the answer for the cost, this is 2 into 4, which is 8. Here it is 1 into 5, which are these numbers. Now so you can clearly see that I need to first of all find out how many numbers are there in each, in each, the suppose it is range 1, suppose it is range 1, R1, it is range 2, and it will move on up to something which is less than n, and it will have something here. So I will obtain the cost. Suppose it is 2 raised to power k, okay, and it will follow along, because for the next I will have, as I clearly showed, that I will have 4, okay, then 12, then 20, 28. So here we have the cost is 4, here also the cost is 4. So basically now the first thing which I need to see, that I had 1, 3, 5, 7, 9 and 11. So I need to check how many number of these numbers are there for this particular range. Suppose it is range 1. So I need to check, because see, I know the cost, which is 1, which is the particular element, this element, it is 1, it is the cost here. Now for the final answer of the range this, I need to multiply the cost with the number of elements which are there. So how we will find out? As you can see that the range which is available here, it is an AP. So it is an AP. So it is an AP. So I will have 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11. So the common difference, what it is? It is 2, which is 3 minus 1. Okay, so pretty fine. And if I say that how I obtained this, then I will show you. But as I have the formula, nth term of an AP, if you are wondering what is AP, so in mathematics you must have studied in class 9th that arithmetic progression. So it is an equals to a plus n minus 1d. So an is the nth term, a is the first term, n is the number of terms, and d is the common difference. So if my nth term, if I let that it is n or it is less than n, so I can obtain my number of these terms, n. Okay, so n is here, which is stated in the question, and n is here the number of terms. So the first term, it is 1, as it is stated here, as you can see, it is stated here 1. So n minus 1 I need to find out, and d as I have here, it is 2. And how to, I will show you. So it will be n minus 1, which is this, upon 2 plus 1, which is the number of terms. So now you will see that the first term I know, and d also I know. How I know? I will show you. See, for the next range 2, what we had is 2, 6, 10, 14 and 18. So the first term here, it is 2. In the next range I will have 4, 4, 12, 20, 28 and so on. So the first term will be 4. So you will clearly see that first term will be the power of 2, which means first of all it will be 1, then 2, then 4, then 8, then 16. So the first term will be like this. So if I had my I, then my I, so my what happened? So my I will be first of all 1, 2, 4, 8, 16 and so on. So how will I find the number of terms? Number of terms are basically n minus I. So I is basically 1, 2, 4, 8, 16 like this upon. So upon what is this? So as you can see, the d here is 4, the d here is 8. See in the next, see here that the d was 2. So as you can see, the d is 2 into what is the first term. The d is 2 into what is the first term. So the number of terms which I made it here, so as you can see, the d is 2 into 1 here actually. So I will write 2 into I here, and now plus 1. So for more surety, it is the number of terms in this whole sequence. Means if I have, suppose I will write something like 11 here. So see, 11 minus 1 upon 2 into 1 plus 1. So it will be 6. So you can easily see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I had 6 terms in it. But actually, as I showed you, that I only wanted these terms. Means I have to exclude the 1, which is the first term actually. So I will do minus 1 here. So actually now I will remove some things. How to remove basically? Yeah, eraser. So I will remove this. Oh, sorry. I will remove this, all things. It is not required now. So yeah. So yeah, now the number of terms basically are n minus I upon 2 into I. So actually at every step I will multiply my value of I which is this cost I with this at each range, for the range 1, for the range 2, for the range 3. Now okay, I have these ranges, so I will run a loop. So what I will basically do is that let me go it. So I will run a loop for I is equals to 1, I is less than equals to n, I is equals to I left shift 1, which will increase. See, it will move it. What it will do, it will have first of all I equal to 1, then 2, then 4, then 8, then 16. It will do like this. Then what I will do, I will add my answer equals to answer plus, as I showed you, n minus I upon 2 into I into I. So it will have my answer for this. But okay, we are having our answer, but actually we are missing one thing. Okay, let me erase this. Yeah. Yeah. So actually what we are missing is that we had our 1 in the starting, we attached 3 with it, we attached 5 with it, sorry, we attached 5 with 1, and so on and so forth. I had 2, I attached 4. But how about attaching the 2 with 3? You forget to attach it because you never counted how you attach 2 with another thing. So to have that answer, if I attach 2 with another thing, so you will clearly see that if I attach it, then the cost will be 2 here. Okay, so for 1 I don't need to attach it with anything. For 2 I will attach it with the next number, which is 3. For 4 I will attach it with 5, and 5 its cost will be 5, and so on and so forth. Sorry, 4, and so on and so forth. So for these numbers like 2, 4, to attach these numbers, I need to add 2, 4, these things. So after I had the loop this, I will run a loop for I is equals to 2, I is less than n, and I plus plus. So now you will say, Aaron, why not start from 1? Because actually I don't need, sorry, it is I is equals to I left shift 1. Yeah. So You will ask, Aryan, why not start with 1? Because actually, as I showed that I don't want 1, because 1, it is free. It is not necessary to attach it with anyone. So I need to start from 2. And why not to end to up to n? See, because if my n is something which is if my I is something which is equal to n, and as you can, if I'm saying if it is something which is equal to n, and as I can clearly see that I is a power of 2. So if it is like this, then I need a number which is I plus 1, which should be here to attach it. But actually, if I is n and I can't have the number more than n, so it will not be like uh, possible. Yeah, you can run the loop up to n also, but it is never required basically. So I will add in my answer, answer is equals to answer plus I. And yeah, it is the only code which you need to follow. So I hope that I was able to explain you everything, like how first of all I made a graph out of it, how I attach the particular node to another node, how I find the sum of these nodes, how at every step I made, and basically you can see it will run into log n, it will run to log n. So basically you will have your answer in log n, and the number of, so basically, yeah. And so I guess that it was pretty easy for you guys to understand it. And okay, so let's quickly move to the code. So the code, as you can see here, first of all I had my t number of cases, then I will check if the number is a power of 2, because if it is, then if n is a power of 2, then as I showed that, as I clearly spoke that I need to have a number n plus 1, means I plus 1, which is more than the number. And actually I have maximum number up to n only. So if the number nth number, if the n is basically a power of 2, then my answer will always be minus 1, else I can find my answer. And how to check if the number is a power of 2? See, if the number is a power of 2, then it will only have only one set bit in its representation. So if it is having only one set bit in its representation, so I can do and minus 1. So it basically shows the number of set bits basically. Okay, so n has one set bit. After I do n and n minus 1, what it will do, it will remove the set bit from it. So after removing one bit, the remaining bits will be 0. It is the reason I put it equal to 0. Then I will have my variable called minimum cost, and as I showed you in the explanation, I will run these two loops, the one loop for every range and another loop for every first element of the range. And then finally I will output my minimum cost. So it is it was the final answer, and I am pretty sure that I was able to explain you guys. I guess that I took a hell lot time. Yeah, it is 28 minutes. So I guess that it was worth it, because actually it was a mathematical proof that I have to explain the AP thing, the sequence thing, the graph how I made, and the other things also. So yeah, thank you very much for watching this video, and see you in the next problem. Bye.